Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are doing a china cabinet refinish. I found this china cabinet at the Habitat for Humanity Restore for $75. I'm going to use this acetone. It's going to help take away the finish. It cleans it and it removes the finish. I actually seen this on Lauren, the furniture flipping teacher. I seen her use it and she actually applied it with the brush. She has the whole tutorial on it. If you want to check out her video, I'll link it down below. I love her channel. She does a really great job explaining everything. I tried the brush, but it's better when I scrubbed it. I guess it probably just depends on how your finish is and what type of finish it is or how thick it is, but I found that scrubbing mine helped a lot. And if you do leave it sit there, it will dry and you'll have to, get it wet and scrub it again for it to come off because it does dry pretty quickly if it just sits there. But this worked really well. I did this on the whole thing. It definitely helped where the detailing is in the grooves there on the sides because my sander doesn't reach in there, so it helped me with that a lot. Look at all this gunk and yuckiness that gets off, and she explains it well too, all the safety and stuff. Like you don't want to pile your rags up, you want to just toss them on the floor and give them some air, don't put them in a bag. Um, but yeah, look at that. So this is the flip that I have been waiting to show you guys. I actually got this in February and I worked on it in my free time. And you see, I started in the winter. It was snowing outside. There was snow on the ground. I've got my coat on. The garage is open, so I get plenty of airflow. But I've got my space heater on, so I could try to stay warm. Now, I did decide to just sand the flats part because my sander was taking it away really well. But I really didn't want to mess up any of the detailing of the greenery looking, the leaves. I wanted to try and keep that on the front. But the sander did a really good job. I used really rough grit sandpaper and I I wanted it to get like an old finish. I didn't want it to look brand new. I really wanted it to look like just raw old wood that was kind of beat up a little bit. So I didn't go back over it with fine sandpaper. I liked how it was. If you wanted like a nice smooth finish, I mean, mine actually ended up being really smooth. You'll see it in the end, but I did kind of want it to look old and worn. And my sander actually didn't really take away any of the detailing, but I did light sand this. I wanted to get rid of that backing. I took the mirrors out. I wanted to replace it. I wanted to put shiplap back there. We'll see what that looks like toward the end. If you guys have any tips and suggestions throughout the video, I would love to hear it. For me, when I'm doing furniture, it's refinishing for myself. Um, so I don't really, it doesn't need to be perfect for me. I want it to look really nice and look really good, but the imperfections I actually really like. I wanted to show you that I did have to use some sanding block for those corners, and this arch here isn't actually wood. So I was using the acetone again to get that finish off. If you guys know what that is, let me know. I wasn't really sure what material that was, but the acetone worked really well getting it off, and I actually had thought about using nail polish remover before just to see how well it would work on a large area because I have seen it being spilled on finished furniture and it ruining the finish. So I thought maybe it would work. And then when I seen Lauren do it on her channel, I was like, "Oh, right, it works great." So I really wanted just the raw finish, but as you see, the tones of wood are very different. And I wanted it to be all cohesive. I didn't want different tones or shades of wood. So I decided to go with a paint wash, which is water and paint mixed together. And plus, that arch wasn't wood. So I just really needed something to make it all look as one whole cohesive piece. The paint wash, I believe, is 50-50, half water, half paint. And I used paint that I already had because I like to try to use things that I have on hand, so I don't have to spend any more money. I try to keep it as low cost as possible. So what I'm doing, I'm just spreading it on with the brush, and then I'm going to take a paper towel and wipe it so I get as much of the paint off as possible. And I'm trying to keep the strokes going the same way as the wood grain. So when I wipe, I'm trying to wipe in the way of the wood grain. Now I'm going to use this gel stain in dark walnut. I actually had this too from when I refinished my stairs. This stuff actually goes a long way. That I had so much left from when I redid my stairs, and it was a whole stairway going up to our second level. But just used a brush and put it on and then took a paper towel. It didn't have to be perfect putting on, just put it in areas to where when you rub it with your paper towel, it spreads out easily on everything. And you do want to go in the direction of the wood grain. That way it actually looks like wood. So this way my piece will look all one cohesive piece instead of the different wood tones throughout. And then you can add as much as you want. You could keep adding to make it darker. You could do one layer to make it like that. And then you could even go back and brush like little accents on it as well. You can make some spots darker if you want, just like that. And it's very forgiving. So it doesn't dry very fast. It actually takes a couple days to dry. And it's tacky until it's dry, so you definitely want to make sure you give it time to dry before you put any seal on it or anything. I love that, it does have that slow dry time because it gives you time to work with it and make it look how you want. I don't remember where I got my gel stain. It was either Lowe's or Home Depot, but they do have some other color options as well. If you don't want a brown, they do have gray and some other choices to pick from. As for the hardware, I really wanted to keep the original. I loved how it looked. It matched the detailing on it. And it said, I read on Google, if it's real brass, you can boil it in water, vinegar, and salt. So that's what I did. And then it said also that you could scrub it with like Barkeeper's Friend, but I just wanted to use what I had on hand. I use Dawn for so many things, so I scrubbed it with Dawn and I took an old toothbrush and then an old washcloth, and then I just rubbed it really good, tried to get all of the old residue off of it, and it turned out really nice. I love it. It's not perfect. There's some old patina on it, but it looks really pretty. And I decided I want to do white on the inside to brighten it up. So I wanted to also put in some wooden accents inside of it as well. And I wanted just the inside to be bright so you could see what's in it. So I went with white. I'm using the Ben Zinzer primer. So I didn't fully sand everything inside. I just did a scuff sand over it all. I didn't fully get all the finish off because you don't need to with that. and then I went over it with some white paint, some bright white paint. And now I'm putting a finish on this that is fully dry, so I'm going to seal it with polyurethane. I am using the oil-based one. I did not put it on the white paint though because it would have tinted it yellow. So I'm just putting it on the wooden look, the gel stain. I just did one coat. I just use an old sock too. You could use a brush or whatever you're comfortable with. The brush would leave strokes, but you could do a light sanding and get those off. But I just did a quick and easy seal with a sock with the poly. Now I'm cutting new shelves because I didn't want to use the glass shelving. So I wanted to use the wooden shelves and paint them white as well. So I'm just measuring it up to my board that I have. I actually got lucky and found that board already cut to the width that I needed it. It's from my scrap wood that was in the garage. So I'm just measuring it up. And then my saw, it doesn't have the adjuster, like it won't go as wide as I need it to. And I am not good at keeping that board straight going through the saw. It definitely would have been crooked. So I'm setting it up to where I do have something to push my board against to keep it straight so I get a straight cut. So that's why I have that wood set up over there so it could keep my board straight as I slide it through the saw. And then I'll make another shelf with the remainder of that board. We'll see if it matches, if it's the right size. Hey, it is. So now we're going to make another one. So we're going to make 4 total. And I didn't buy any new wood for this. I just found wood that I had in the garage, which is always nice. The only part of the china cabinet that I did buy something for was the shiplap for the back because I had the polyurethane as well from when I did my stairs too. Oh no, I bought the Zinsser primer as well. So I bought the Zinsser primer and the shiplap. I had this. This is some spray paint that I had in the garage. These are the little dowels, the shelf dowels that you put the shelves on. I didn't want them to be brown. I wanted them to be white so you can't really see them when you're looking underneath the shelves because the shelves go kind of high, so you would definitely see the brown if they weren't painted white. But I did just do the one side that you see. I didn't do the part that the shelf actually lays on because you're not going to see it. So now I measured up the shiplap and I'm going to cut it. I want it to be vertical shiplap going up and down because the shiplap in my dining room is going horizontal. So I wanted it to be a little bit different because this is going in my dining room. Measured it up, made sure it was the right uh, size for the backing. I did keep the old backing so I could measure that shiplap up to where I didn't have to do all new measurements. I just kept what was there and then I measured the shiplap and cut it to the old measurements that the old backing was. I hope I explained that right. Now we're putting all the shelves in. I painted them all white. We had the dowels go in already. It's looking good. I'm loving the look of it. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are down below. How would you have refinished this? Would you have painted it? Would you have went with a different color? This color really goes with our house. It fits our aesthetic beautifully. Now, this big piece of shiplap, I did have my husband put the first few nails in while I held it up because it was kept slipping. It was hard to maneuver for the video, but he put a couple nails in, so I was able to do the rest and show you guys. Got this last piece going up. I wasn't sure if I wanted that piece to be on the end. I thought about splitting it evenly down the middle so you wouldn't see the the cut right there, but you can't see the cut at all. I didn't want to waste any shiplap just in case there was a future project where I needed a big piece. So that's why I did that little piece there, but you can't even tell from looking at the front of it. I also got this, uh, I would say like a couple months ago from Hobby Lobby. It didn't exactly fit the full width of it, but I wanted to protect the paint in there, so I put that down. I had some E6000 for this because that piece broke and I really wanted to use this hardware. So I put some E6000 on and the nail where it was before, just put it back on. There we go, nice and pretty. Here is another before as a refresher so you guys remember what it looked like before. And spots all over the stain. I didn't really like that spotted look on the stain. And here is the after. I love it. It is beautiful. It's exactly what I was wanting. It goes perfectly in the dining room. Let me know what you guys think down below. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I will show you a decorating soon of this and the dining room. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.